This soup is really a bang. It tastes so good, very easy and quick to prepare. This is one of my best soups so far. For those of you that don't really enjoy swallow, when you try it with this soup, man, you will surely enjoy it. Okay. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. This is the Girl's Kitchen and I'm here to share with you guys how I prepared this pot of Oha soup. So join me as we go ahead to prepare this delicious soup. Here in this pot, I just added some Shaki and Abodi. Okay, I've washed it with some salt, but I just want to give it extra clean. So that's why I'm doing this. So I'm just going to cook it for just about 5 minutes. Then here is the Oha. This is the main king of the day, Oha leaf. That's why this soup is called Oha. So I'm going to shred it and then use my hand to cut it into bits. So this is the Shaki, all right, and here in the other side of the cooker, I'm going to be cooking the Cocoyam, which is called Ede. Okay, yeah, so this Ede is what I will use as a thickener for the soup. Now I'm adding in some water into the pot. Okay, so this way it will be able to cook well. So after adding the water, I'm going to cover it and let it continue cooking. So here's the Shaki. So I'm coming back here again to check on the Shaki. So it is ready. It doesn't really need to be cooked. It's just for me to give it extra wash because I don't want to perceive or taste any extra taste. So now it is ready. I've washed it again, okay, and now I poured it into that pot. So this is the pot I'll be using to cook the soup. So then I'm adding the rest of the beef, all right, into the pot so to cook both the Shaki and the beef properly. It seems this pot will be too small to cook this beef, but it's just that I'm not going to use all the beef to cook this soup because I think it's much for the soup. So I'm going to take some out, divide it into two, and use some to cook some other things. Okay, I just added some blended pepper and onions. So I'm adding in some salt to taste and also some seasoning cube as well. So you can use any seasoning cube of your choice. So what I'm using is Maggi seasoning cubes. So after adding in the ingredients, I'll just go ahead and mix it together. As you can see, it's not mixing in properly, so I'm going to transfer it into a bigger pot so that it will have space to cook well. So here it is in this pot. So I'm going to mix it well so that the ingredients will combine well, and I will leave it there to continue cooking. So let's go back to the Ede, the Cocoyam, to see how far it is cooking. So here it is. You can see how it is going. So it still needs more time to cook. So in this pot where we have the beef, so here I need to turn it, all right, mix it just to make sure the heat is circulating very well. So like this soup, yeah, I'm just adding in some water, sorry, before I continue saying what I want to say. I just added some water because initially I did not add water. Then after adding the water, I have to add extra salt, okay, because of the water I just added. So I'll give it a mix and cover it and allow it to continue cooking. Now it is time to go back to the Ede to check on it to see if actually it has cooked enough. Yes, as you can see, if it comes out like this, okay, rest assured that it is well cooked. So here is the beef and the abodi and shaki that I'll be using. So it is ready. I'm just going to take it out of the pot, and here is the ede. I've transferred it into a bowl, add some cold water to cool it a bit down so that it will be easy for me to peel off the skin. You can do it while it is very hot if you're strong with that. So this soup, you don't really necessarily need to put a lot of things like beef, shaki and all that. So it's just, do what you think that you have in your house. If you have fish, okay, if you just have only beef to cook this soup, you can still cook it. It will still come out good. Okay, all those proteins is just for extra, although the proteins and all those mendes helps it to taste more. All right, yeah, so I just finished peeling off the ede, so I will go ahead to blend it well. If you have mortar, you can use it to pound it, but I don't have that at hand, so what I will be using is my blender. So I will be adding the ede in the blender and I will give it a smooth blending. So I added some water to allow the blender to move freely or to blend freely. So after blending the ede, I'm going to transfer it into a bowl and get it set for the preparation of the soup. So you can see how it looks. Yeah, this is how I want it to be. So here are the ingredients I'll be using, like this dry fish, okay, prawn, crayfish. So I will not be using some of these things. Palm oil, banga oil, I will use these ones. Then Cameroon pepper, ogiri and some seasoning cube. And this is also snail, but I don't think I will use it. I'm just showing you so that you have idea of some things you add into your pot. So this is the oha already shredded, so I need to just cut it with my hands. It has rules and regulation. Cut it with your hands, not with knife. So now I'm here, okay, to check on the meat. Okay, it is ready. Okay, so I'm just going to take it out and yeah, so this is the beef. Okay, this is the main pot I'm going to use to cook this soup. So I'm checking on the beef. Okay, so what I'll be doing, I'm going to take out all the meat and put it in a separate bowl because I don't want to continue cooking it in that water because of it's not getting overcooked. So here is the banga oil, okay, the palm oil. Okay, so I'm going to extract it using hot water. So doing this will help you, will help not to have sand or dirty transferred into the soup. So what you have to do is just filter it this way. Okay, if you have the fresh one, you can as well use the fresh one. All right, yeah, if you have the fresh one, you can process it yourself. So doing it like this, it will help it to flow freely through the sieve. Okay, so this is the process of preparing oha soup. All right, so doing it like this, it makes it more easy so that the oil or the Ofe Oha will not have sand in it. Okay, yeah, so it is ready. I have finished with the process. Okay, so you can see the quantity of oil I have there. So now what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to pour it into this pot. Like I said, this is the pot I will use to cook this soup. So I'll pour some of it, not all. I will reserve some for the soup I want to make as well, the other soup I want to make with the rest of the beef. So I will cover it and allow it to cook, okay, for the water to boil. And here it is. So I'll go ahead and add in the ede, the cocoyam. So make sure you scrape out everything from that plate. It is very, very necessary. So oha soup is very delicious. It tastes so good. You need to try it. You need to try this soup. You need to give it a try. If you haven't cooked it before, or if you don't know how it tastes, just try doing it. You don't have to add all this protein. Just try it. Okay, yeah. So after adding the ede, I would go ahead and mix it all together. All right, mix it properly. And I would like to add some palm oil just to give it more brightness. That is optional. So after adding the palm oil, I will go ahead to stir it in together. So after mixing it properly, cover and allow it to cook, okay, to boil for a little while, just for a few minutes, and then go back again and yeah, let's start the cooking of the oha soup. So I'll go ahead to add the seasoning cube and some salt and Cameroon pepper. Remember, I used some pepper and some salt to cook the beef. Okay, so now I just added just a little bit of that and some pepper, because oha soup need pepper. You need to add enough pepper. So now I'm adding some crayfish. And here is my ogirisi. In Yoruba they call it iru. Okay, yes, so I will be adding ogirisi to this soup. This ogiri will help it, it will give the taste another level. It will taste so differently delicious, you know. Like now that you have not added it, find out how it tastes. It tastes differently, but just add this ogiri, the aroma in the kitchen will change. It will change, and the taste of the soup will be bang, will taste out of this world, if I may say so. Yes, so I just added the ogirisi and then some dry fish. All right, like somebody was asking me in one of my soup video that is it a must to add periwinkle, to add all these proteins that you're adding? I said no, you should do with what you have. So this video is the purpose for that. Okay, so I'm trying to also show you that you don't need to add periwinkle, you don't need to add stockfish, you don't have to even add dry fish or even shaki. You can do with fresh fish, titus, mackerel fish to cook this soup. Okay, just do it the way according to what you have, and it will still taste good. It will still taste good. So adding all these things is because I have it at hand, and I reduce some things like the snail. I didn't add the snail because I want to also show to you guys that you can also cook this soup without adding all those things. If you check one of my video, Oha soup I prepared in one of my video, you will find out what I'm saying. I added everything. Okay, yes. So now I added extra crayfish because I think I needed more in the soup. So after adding it, mix it properly, mix it well. Okay, make sure you taste for salt to see if it's sufficient for you. If it's not, then you go ahead and add little more. So I just added some water. Okay, I added some water because the soup is so thick. All right, yeah, I don't want it so thick, but I want it, I don't want it runny, but I want it to be moderate. So this is our uziza. So what is Oha soup without uziza? Uziza is very good. It will bring out more of the taste, the aroma. It will add more flavor to the soup. Okay, yes. So after mixing it in together, remember I washed that uziza very well with some salt before adding it in the pot. So I will cover and allow it to cook. Now I'm checking on it back again. So as you can see, the soup is getting set. So the oha leaves, I've already washed it and cut it with my hands, not with knife. All right, so I'll be adding in the oha leaves. So this oha, that is why it is called oha soup, because of this vegetable I'm adding in now. Okay, so it gives it that colorful and brightness. Okay, yes, that joyful look. Yes, so you can see our oha soup is bubbling and looking delicious. Yeah, so now please, my friends, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and also share this video to your friends, to your families. Okay, share to them. Thank you, I appreciate that. So the soup is ready. It is ready. Okay, nothing to wait more for. So what do you think you will use to pair with this Ofe Oha? Do you prefer pounded yam? Me, I prefer pounded yam. What else do you think is okay? Yes, oatmeal is very fine. Okay, you can use oatmeal. You can also use gari. If you're that type that wants to go extra, you can also use amala. Okay, or akpu. Correct, akpu. Nke dioko. Akpu dioko. Oh. So now it is ready. I'm dishing out the food, the soup. It's so good. Thank you so much, my friends, for watching my channel, and thank you. See you in the next one. God bless you all. Bye bye.